Yo, salute. Knicks real talk, man. Divine. About to get out my grind, hop in the Black Knight. About to make it happen, man. Knicks real talk. We all over the place. About to get it popping. Divine, Bronx, Jedi 7-6. The night show, the morning show. Knicks real talk, man. About to get in the Black Knight.
Knicks real talk. Let's get it popping. We hopping like topping in the Jumpman brand. Ain't no stopping. Divine and Bronx, Jedi 7-6. We lit from Facebook, Twitter, to Twitch, and all that shit. We number uno with the promo that blow like nitro. Now the streets are buzzing, so we flow with the night show. So spike them likes below. That thumbs up, run them up, and you double up, cause it's Knicks real talk, and we on the come up. We'll salute to the cats in the chat. That's where it's at. Now you place the chats when I pace that under space where our faces at. We lace these cats with news, notes, stats, game recap, and hyperbole. We straight facts. In fact, we say it lit like a candle to hop a handle on the banner. We vibing, so subscribe to the channel. Knicks real talk. Knicks real talk.
Yo, what's good? Salute, Knicks real talk, man. The night show. I'm in here tonight, man. It's your man Divine, man. About to break down some Knicks content. The Giants recap today. So I'm glad to be in here tonight. I hope everybody had a beautiful, peaceful Sunday. You know, I'm here in my grind, man. You know what I do, man. Just here bringing some Knicks content to the family. So salute to everybody, man. I hope everybody doing well. And it's all good, man. Salute Product Nerve for checking in early already. Salute to my man Product Nerve. But yo, salute to everybody, man. I hope everybody had a good football day. Unfortunately, we didn't, a Giant fan. But we in here talking some Knicks, man. The training camp edition, man. We about to get into it. Training camp 3 days away. We about to get into it, man. We looking forward to training camp. We get ready to get a basketball season in full effect. Then we go into preseason, do all that. So we're going to break all that down. Shot power, salute. Yeah, man, we about to get into it tonight, man. And we're going to get it popping. Salute, Sha. And we're going to talk this training camp thing, man. We're going to break down the positions, you know, just talk about what we got going on there and get ready to get into it, man. The season is almost here, and I know everybody is excited because I know I'm excited, man. Salute, man. So we're going to, at the end of the show, we're going to break down the Giants and salute our Eli Manning today real quick for getting that number put up in the Raptors. The well-deserved run that stadium. 2 Super Bowls for the New York Giants, man. Salute to Eli Manning. But we're going to get into that later on before the end of the show. And we're going to talk some Knicks right now, man. It's around the corner, y'all. It's here. I just want to say salute to everybody again, man. My man CT, Streets of Buzzing, BX Sports Jedi, everybody, Product Nerve for the love of the game, all you guys, man. All you content creators out there. We're going to get into it tonight, man. And I'm breaking down a nice peaceful Sunday. I know somebody teams lost, somebody teams won with a good football Sunday. But like I said, the Giants took an L. So, I'm not thrilled about that. But overall, man, I'm ready to get here, man. I'm excited. The season about to start. Like I said, we three days away from getting the training camp popping off. And and I'm excited, man. We got a really, really good training camp thing about to get popping. And I know the Knicks are going there battling like crazy, man. All the position is wide open, just about other than the premier starters. You got a lot of situational guys trying to crack this roster. A lot of guys who look jockeying for position, man. They want to be able to get some burn during the season. So I know they're gonna go in there. Everybody gonna go in there with their guns blazing and wide open up in training camp. So I'm looking forward to that, man. I hope everybody else is as well. And because I think it's gonna be a exciting season for the Knicks. I really do, man. And I'm looking forward to what's gonna be taking place down there, man. So we're gonna get into all that. And hopefully I have some cats coming later on, man, jump on the panel. Like I said, man, but I had a beautiful week this week for a stream while I was down on the Streets of Buzzing Network down there with CT, man. We had a great show. 3 or 4 streams in a row was real nice, man. I enjoyed that. The brother welcomed me down there with open arms. That's why he's always open here, man. My man KJW, salute everybody, man. So let's get into it, man. Like I said, training camp's coming around the corner, and I think we're most excited, man, to see how this thing gonna pop off. And I really do think that we got a good thing brewing in New York right now, man. I think the world most famous arena gonna be live this year. The Mecca gonna be on fire. The streets gonna be buzzing. You know what I mean? It's going to be real talk up in here, man. So, we just got to really hope this everything coming to fruition and everything that's on paper coming to a reality. and the Knicks just go in there and bring it this season, man. You know, and I'm so psyched about it, man. I can't wait, man. I'll be at the opening game, you know what I mean? And I'll be ready to go, man. Salute, appreciate it, CT. You know, I'll be in the building on opening day against Boston, man. I'm looking forward to that. You know, and then attend a couple of more games. But first and foremost, you know what? Let's just talk about this training camp thing, man, because we about to get into it. And what I'm gonna do right quick, according to the Knicks, you know, official channel. This is the position that they put out there. This is the Knicks official channel, not no other stream. So I'm basing all the information off the Knicks official NBA channel. What they got going on there in the position. We're gonna start with the team. Let's go ahead and break down who's gonna be there, what position they're gonna do, and then we'll take it from there. You know, and I'm gonna start off by position, and I'm gonna start off position by position. You guys tell me what y'all think. You know, then I'm gonna lead off right now with the point guard position. As of right now, the point guard position looks like this in New York City. For one in the training camp, we got Kemba Walker, Derrick Rose, McBride, and Veldoza. As of the Knicks website, then the 4-point guard that's basically going into the training camp for what we would consider our point guards. Obviously, we know Kemba Walker, who he is and what he do. And we obviously know what D Rose could do. We wait to see what McBride could do on Veldoza. We had a little bit of taste of McBride during summer camp. So we got an idea of what he could do. And we know obviously Veldoza didn't get to play a lot. He played a little bit, but then he got that little injury, so he couldn't really bring it to the forefront. So we dying to see what he could do as well. But that's our point guard situation. And Will, my man, salute to you, my brother. So if you look at that situation with the point guard, obviously, you know, we got two savvy veterans there who've been around the game, know the game, mastered the game, and I think they're going to bode well for us. But them the two players that we normally talk about when it comes to injuries, injury history. You know, so we just got to keep an eye on that, you know, and see how that pan out for the season. But to me, that looks like our 1 and 2 point guards that are, you know, Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose. I think they're going to be our main guys there, man, for in that position. Derrick Rose, 6'3", 200 pounds, 13 years in the league, first round pick out of Memphis. You know what I mean? Great NBA career with was embedded with the injuries, you know, endeavored with injuries. But other than that, man, he's a skilled, high quality player. Former youngest MVP ever to play in the NBA, basically. The man had springs when he was a young man. Quickness, springs, everything. I mean, he just could do everything with the basketball. Believe it or not, even after he got injured, if you look at his stats, his numbers was a little bit better as he got older. And that, you know, things of that nature. So, so Derrick Rose, I think, still got something to prove, and he got still a lot left in the tank. And he's going to get in and do his thing there, man. And I'm really excited about Derrick Rose coming back with us for a second stint. You know, we came to us last year, and then the Smith trade from Detroit, you know, and we acquired a second-round draft pick for him, and he came in here and helped to lead us to the playoffs. And Shah Paul said he thinks Derrick Veldoza is going to get waived. Absolutely, we get into him. Absolutely, as soon as we get to him. And I do think that before Derrick Rose, man, I think he's going to have a lot to contribute this year. And with a strong rotation that we have, we can limit his minutes as well. Him and Kemba ain't got to go out there and kill each other for us minutes wise. You know what I mean? They can pace themselves. You know, we got some young good guys that can back them up interchangeable. And you know, so that I think that's a good thing to have, and that, you know, depending on if we stay in the second unit and stick with that second unit, which was real dynamite last year. That second unit was creme de la creme. And as far as, you know, all the benches in the NBA, man, and my man CT had a great stat the other day where he broke down we had one of the best efficiency benches in the league that was better than a lot of starting teams there last year. So I mean, you know, salute them for that content and everything. I think that was well. And then let's talk about Kemba Walker. I mean, you know what Kemba Walker is, man. The guard, 6 foot, 184, 10-year out of Connecticut. You know, first round pick. You know, 10 years in the league, 4-time All-Star. All NBA third team, real savvy vet as well. Got game all over the place, you know what I mean? But as like Derrick Rose, we got to be concerned basically with the injuries, you know, and hopefully that it don't hinder him too much this year, and hopefully that he can really prove a lot of people wrong that the injury he can maintain it, you know. But sometimes, you know, it is what it is. You can't beat that, you know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to them two guys, man. And with that veteran leadership, salute Elton D, my brother, salute. I'm looking forward to them with that veteran leadership, Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose, and I think that's one of the best 1-2 punch point guards in the league. You ask me, if you look at a lot of teams in the league, and you look at their starting point guard and their backup point guard, how many teams you could say got a guy like Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker? And let's put the injury history aside for a minute. Let's talk about their skill set and what they do on the basketball court. There's a lot of teams that won't be able to deal with them cats back to back like that, because 9 out of 10 when you bring in this, when you come in with your second unit, a lot of these point guards that's going to be coming in this year is not no Derrick Rose, and you best believe that. You know what I mean? So, and if you go through the landscape of the NBA, you look at all the teams and you look at what their roster situations are. Look at a lot of backup point guards in the league and tell me how many cats can do what Derrick Rose can do or have done what Derrick Rose have done over his career. So having D Rose as the backup in New York, you know, is awesome, man. Not because Kemba Walker's better than him, no, because he just fits out. He fits what the Knicks built last year with that backup five. That's the second five unit. I just think they're phenomenal. And like I said, Kemba Walker, his numbers speak for itself. His career, his numbers speak for itself. And granted, we got to try to, you know, watch the injury thing, but the man gives you productive numbers. Last year in 43 games, like I said, 19 points a game last year. You know what I mean? That was pretty good for somebody, you know, who had a little injury problem. But let's just hope that all that subsides, man, and he's able to play a more games for the Knicks than less. If he could play more games for the Knicks than less, and that's going to be a huge upgrade for us. And salute, Shaw Power. I agree, man. That 1-2 punch is real. And I just like the way that this thing right now in New York. So we just hope that we maintain this thing, and then we get it popping up in here, man. But I'm excited about that. And then we go to the next young man. We got McBride. Obviously this is McBride, guard, 6'2", 196 pounds, first year in the league out of West Virginia, second round. You know what I mean? Pick. You know, I think the young man got a lot of promise. I really do. I think he got a lot of promise, man. And I'm really excited to see this man and what he's going to do in training camp, because I think the young man is going to really show that he want to be a part of this rotation. He's going to want to be in here and get him a chance to battle and get in this spot to play. I know he's making a team. I have no doubt about that. I know we just want to see if he's going to get the minutes in his rookie year to play on that team. But hopefully Tom Thibodeau might, you know, change and stretch it open a little bit and get these guys enough chance to play. But I think Deuce McBride is the real interesting young man coming out of West Virginia under Coach Bob Huggins. Played all them years there, man. He's got grit to him. He's got grind, a good defender. You know, can shoot the three ball pretty well. I was really impressed with him in summer league. Not so much he shot the ball, where he shot it from. He shot the ball well from the top of the 3-point line. You know, a lot of people shoot well from the corner because it's the easiest spot to shoot from. But this young man was pretty much pulling it up from the top of the 3-point line, and you know, and hitting it consistently. So I like that about him, that he could pretty much hit it from all angles around him from what it seems like. I know it's only a small sample size because due to the fact that it was some league and the competition is a little bit different. So, but for him to show me what he showed me in summer league, I'm excited for him and going into training camp and see what this young man could do. And I think he's gonna be able to go ahead and make it happen. You know, I know he's definitely gonna make that team. I'm not no doubt in my mind about that. It just depends on if he's going to be able to get some burn with the talent that we have there and the amount of guys that we have there. We have a lot of guys up in there, man, that can really get down. So I think we got to really see is he going to be able to crack that, you know, and then I think he probably got a good chance of doing that as well. So, and then let's go to the next guy, man, Luca Veldoza, you know what I mean, coming across seas, coming here, man, Argentina, point guard, 6'3", 190, 1 year in the, I guess that was last year because he came here, you know, NBA draft, undrafted, you know, out of Argentina. The man got a good skill set. He know how to use the ball well. He got a good eye vision, man. His court vision is pretty nice. I'm just talking about his talent. He got a good court vision with the basketball. He see it all angles, man. I was watching some of his passes and some of the things that he do on the basketball court. Obviously, we have to look through highlights and things like that nature because we never really got to see him perform over here. But he got talent. He got good passing vision. He could shoot the ball pretty well off the pull up. Now I don't know how the percentage would be in the NBA, but he can pull up with the ball and shoot it. He can off the catch and shoot it, and he can dribble and shoot it. So that's good. He can get to the rack. He's pretty good at getting in the hole. But it's gonna be tough for him, man. I really it's gonna be tough for Veldoza due to the fact of what we done brought in here and what happened here. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be tough. You know, it really is. And like Elton, let me just read Elton Lee's comments real quick. Elton said, I think Tibbs will do Kimba 30, Rose 24. McBride gets mop-up minutes until we get into the dog days of the season. I kind of agree with you on that, Elton. I really do, man. I think that's what it's going to have to be because it's going to be hard to really to get that rotation, to crack that rotation, man. For us, and unless he beat out Kimba Walker and Derrick Rose, then that boy must be special. So I really do agree with you on that for the mop-up minutes. But I also think that this team is going to be pretty good where we might have a lot of nights where we blow a couple of teams out and these cats to be able to get some quality minutes. So we hope that be the case. But, as far as the Veldoza thing, we just got to wait and see. I know that the jury's out on him already where they probably think that 9 out of 10 he's not going to be here. You think he's gone. I get it, too. And everybody have a right to feel that way because compared to what we've seen so far coming out of Summer League and Olympics, it didn't bode too well for him. So I understand why everybody feel that way, too. But at the same time, we just got to wait till we go and see what it do. But it's not a bad situation for the Knicks because the salary is not a bad salary. In the worst case scenario, we had to trade, let him go, whatever. It's fine, you know what I mean. But I do want to give the man a fair shot, going in and see what he could do. You know what I mean. The guy might go in there and shock the world. You know what I mean. He might shock us and like, oh snap, this cat really, really. Because one thing you got to give him credit for, he's a seasoned guy. He's a seasoned pro. You know what I mean? He played in the Argentina professional league. He's seasoned. So, I think that bodes well for him a little bit, you know what I mean? But I just think that he got a real fierce competition with Deuce McBride. And with all the other guards that we have that's interchangeable, basically, that could play the point guard if something happened. But you think about this here, though. If Kemba Walker go down or Derrick Rose, you do got Veldoza and McBride to come in there and mop up some minutes until these guys get back or whatever the case may be, unless we really had to make a trade for somebody else. But that's not a bad situation to be in. And let me just hop with Shaw Power. Shaw Power's comments. Shaw Power said the only reason I think that he goes is because there's a lot of guards. We need another forward, Bacon. I agree with you on that, Shaw. We do. We got a lot of guards in New York right now. We pretty stacked at that at that position. So we just got to wait and see how that pans out, man. But in 3 days from now, we'll know. We'll really know how it goes, man. So that's the point guard situation in New York. Like I said, with Kimba, Derrick Rose, McBride, Veldoza. I do think that's going to pretty much be the battle for that position, even though we know the other guys is really that can also go and play that point guard position if need be, like quickly and all them guys. So we'll see. But I think right now, them the four that I'm looking at that's going to be the point guards in New York unless something change in the next 3 days. But I do think Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose is locked in. I think they locked in. Then I think McBride and Veldoza, them the ones who are going to see going to be that third point guard in that team for sure. And now let's move into the real quick the shooting guard situations. We got a ton of shooting guards in New York right now, and I break them down. We got we got Evan Fournier, Quickly, Burks, Grimes, Selden, Bacon, and MJ Walker. These guys, these are the positions that I'm putting that was on the New York Knicks official website. They got Bacon listed as a 6th shooting guard. Now that's what's on the Knicks official site. So that's why I put him in there with the guards and Burks in there with the guard because that's what the Knicks got him listed as. So let's go by each player, man. Let's say first we start with Evan Fournier. Obviously, Evan Fournier is a 6'7" shooting guard, 205 pound, 9-year pro. He came out of France basketball situation, 2012 first round pick out of France. Evan Fournier is a good basketball player, got good game, can shoot the ball very well. He shoots a real good percentage from 3-point. He's almost like 46 in certain areas, but he's a 40% three-point shooter. He could put the ball on the floor, get to the rack. I think he's savvy with the basketball as well. He got a lot of character with him and it with him. He's not scared of the moment. Evan Fournier got a lot of heart, and I love that. That's why I'm glad they brought him in because he don't back down for nobody. That man would get up in your grill and make it happen. So I think he to me is definitely going to be the Knicks starting shooting guard, and I think he's had a good career so far. Coming out of his main stay was with the Orlando Magic. Playing out there with Vucevic and Aaron Gordon and my man a lot of them guys down there in the well. I'm trying to think of the guy who's backing them up there that we thought about we would like to get him here on the bench for them guy Terrence Ross. I'm sorry, pardon me for this confusion, but you got a player with Terrence Ross and guys. They had a good team down there, but they were also bothered with injuries as well. So never really got a cheat. They got to the postseason, I think, one time. But Evan Fournier was a big addition to us, man. I think he's really going to bode well for the Knicks. He could put the ball, like I said, he could do a lot of things, man. And I think he's going to bode well for us. So he's going to definitely be our starting shooting guard, no question about that. And obviously we got the second year player coming back in Emmanuel Quickly. Coming out of Kentucky. Emmanuel Quickly had a pretty decent rookie year, 6'3", 188 pounds, year one, Kentucky first round, 25th pick. Averaged like 11 points a game last year. Good, he could shoot the three ball well. Got a good float game, and coming as a rookie, obviously he had things he needed to work on, and hopefully that he worked on them this off season. Whereas he got to play with the select team. He finally got a summer league in, which him and Obi Toppin didn't have last year. But they got a summer league in. They got a full summer league. They got to work out with the USA select team. So I think Emmanuel Quickly is going to hopefully he took another step in his career, coming to his second year, more familiar with the NBA, understand the nuances of it after playing a full year in his rookie year. And now he's coming to his second year, kind of familiar with the league now. So things might come a little easier for him this year because he done had the experience of playing in the NBA last year as a rookie. If hopefully if there's the sophomore jinx thing or the sophomore slump, whatever we call that thing. But other than that, I think he should have a good year because he mastered the NBA. He learned the NBA last year. He knows the strength, the speed, and all the things that go on and nuances with the NBA shooting guards in their backup position because he played in it. So I think it makes it easier for him this year to kind of adjust his game a little bit and to see what he could do. So I do think Emmanuel Quickly should bode well for him this year, and so I'm looking forward to him going in training camp and at least the byproduct of the point guard battle. It is what forced guys like Quickly to step in up on the D. Yeah, absolutely. Elton Lee, he's definitely got to get more better on the defense, and I think that's what's going to be real important for his maturation. Is you got to bring it on the D. I think offense will come. Like I said, he had some games last year where he was dropping 30 on jokers. You know what I mean? So that was he. One thing I like about Quickly, he's confident. That's one thing I truly can say about him. He's not scared. He's confident. He's not scared to take a shot. He'll take a shot, whether you like the shot or not. And Emmanuel Quickly is not scared to take a basketball shot. So I'm happy about that for him. That he got confidence. And going to his second year, he'll be more confident. And I think that just bodes well for the backup two guard so far. If you had to tell me who the backup two guard in New York, I'm going to say Emmanuel Quickly right now. But that don't mean he don't go in training camp and Grimes or somebody might say, no, that's my spot. Because like I said, according to the Knicks website, you even got Dwayne Baker listed as a 6'6" shooting guard. But then now we go to Alex Burks, as well. Now we know Alex Burks is was another shooting guard last year. And but I think he might move into the 3 possibly at the start of the season, depending on how it goes. But if you just look at him overall, shooting guard 6'6", 214 pounds, 10-year pro out of Colorado, 2011 first round, 12th pick. Alex Burks is a scorer. He can score the ball pretty well. I like Alex Burks' game. Fourth quarter, he can get it too. He was big for us last year in the fourth quarter. Like I said, man, these are savvy veterans that the Knicks got here. That's why I said these young guys, they're gonna have to really go get it. They want to beat these guys out because they are savvy veterans. They know the NBA landscape. They built for this thing already, and they've been around a long time and play. Like you think about, he been here 10 years. So who has he haven't played since he been here 10 years? Other than LeBron and all those guys who came here before them, obviously. But he been around long enough to play a lot of competition in the NBA, and his scoring ability is awesome. So this is what I think also, guys, we got to keep in mind. He missed games last year due to injury, COVID. Being on a 10-day protocol, whatever. He only played 41 games last year. He missed quite a few games. It might have been more than that, but he missed quite a few games last year, like 23 games or something. So it might have been a little more than 41. But he missed about a quarter of a season last year. So hopefully he come back healthy. And now that everybody went through the protocol with the vaccines and everything, that they don't have to worry about that in New York this year. As far as that part of the be missing game, they just go in there and hopefully he don't get injured. But I think he's going to be huge for us. I think Alex Burks is going to be huge. Him and Derrick Rose coming off that bench, man, giving us that scoring off the bench. I mean, them cats pop for 14, 13 a game average. That's 27 points off the bench alone for them two guys. So if you just hopefully quickly can do what he did last year with 11 points, Obi move up a little bit, we have a pretty nice scoring bench there, man. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do first and foremost, and then we got to look at Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes, obviously, rookie coming into this thing, man. Shooting guard, 6'5", 205 pounds, out of Houston. First round, 25th pick. One of Coach Sampson guys down there. Good game, defender, shooter. I seen him put the ball on the rack in summer league. He got a really good chance of doing some good things for New York to me, man. Obviously, it's the NBA and it's the top of the tier now. We know this is not summer league, but just going based off what I've seen in summer league and what they could do with a basketball, you got to feel good about this guy the Knicks drafted, man, at the 25th pick. You really do. And the kid, he got a good game, so I'm happy about that. I just want to see more of it. Like we only got a sample size. 5, 6 games in summer league. We really didn't get to see a lot, but now that the season starting in the training camp, we're gonna see what's gonna pop with him. You know what I mean? But the man can shoot the ball though, and that bodes well for New York, man. The man can shoot the ball, and hopefully his confidence don't waver during the season. He's a confident guy, and he's knocking it down. And if he could do that, I just think that's just part of the course for the Knicks. And Shaw said Evan, IQ, Burks, and Grimes. Absolutely, man. All of them cats can drop trades. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So good point, Shaw. And I think that's going to be important to see what these cats can do with that ball. But Grimes is real interesting, man. I call him Allen Houston 2.0 just out of the way I think he can play the game. He got to pull up Jay's sort of like Allen Houston. He's not tall as Allen Houston, but he got a kind of off the dribble shot like Allen Houston. That's why I just say Allen Houston 2.0. Obviously, we know he's not Allen Houston yet in his career. He got to prove that. But just from the way his style is shooting, that's why I call him Houston 2.0. So Grimes is going to be interesting, man. He battling for a situational spot. We got to see what he's going to do. Can he get in there and earn some minutes? Can he get in there and earn some minutes? It's going to be tough in New York to beat out a lot of these guys, but you just never know. So, that's the deal with Quentin Grimes. Him 40 in quickly. Alex Burks, man, that's pretty awesome right there. 3-point shooting right there, man. You talking about all them guys almost at 40%. And Knicks got a really deep three-point shooting team. If everything work out the way they did it on paper, it becomes a fruition and it translates to the basketball court. I think the Knicks got a really, really good 3-point shooting team this year. So let's hope that the Grimes can crack that rotation and not at least get some situational minutes. He the Knicks out of well. Like I said, if somebody go down, you got a young man like that who might come in here and the way he scored kind of keep us afloat a little bit until that person gets back. And then the next guy we talk about is Wayne Selden. Obviously, we've seen Selden in summer league. The Knicks signed him the other day, maybe a couple of days ago. Shooting guard, 6'5", 230 pounds, 3-year pro. He was drafted 2018 second round, 6th pick. So it's not a lot of scouting report on him that I know, but I see him in summer league, and he played the. I don't see me personally see Wayne Selden truly making this roster, but he did give us some minutes in summer league. So we had to see, man. But I'm not gonna doubt nobody until they get in there and do it, because I haven't seen enough film and everything on this man to judge him one way or other than summer league. And that's all I can go. I can go based off of his whole career. I only know him from summer league. So we'll see. He's one of them guys that came into summer league and helped us have a good summer league. You know what I mean? So let's hope that he coming there hungry as well, and that he want to prove that he can make an NBA roster again. He's the 3rd-year pro, so obviously he was playing with other teams before. If you guys know who he played for, that's fine. You can throw it in there, throw it in the chat. If you know who he played with, I'm not familiar with that, so I'll just keep it 100. I don't know. And then let's go to D. Baker. Dwayne Baker. They got him listed as shooting guard as well on our official site. 6'6", 221, 4-year pro out of Florida State. 2017 second round pick. Dwayne Baker can shoot the ball. Good defender. Had a decent year with the Orlando Magic last year. I put like 10 points a game, 4-something rebounds, a couple assists here and there. So he's going to be fighting to crack that rotation. He's going to be one you can't sleep on because he can move to that small forward and make this team, make this team and literally be able to be in a situation where he can find himself trying to get minutes. So we definitely got to keep an eye on D. Baker. I think D. Baker has got a really, really good chance of making his ball club because I do like where he came from, what he did. Florida State, you know how Coach Lionel down there, how he coached and Leonard Hampton. He brings some of the best out of them young guys down to Florida State with their defense. You look at Jonathan Isaac, a lot of them guys, man. Devin Vessel, all them guys like that. Them guys come out of Florida State. Leonard Hampton had them boys on the defense prowess down there in the ACC. So I think Dwayne Baker got a good chance of really making this thing just due to the fact he can shoot the three ball and he's a good defender. And God, that's why I brought this up not too long ago, that where he could do what Reggie Bullock gave us. They actually almost had the same numbers pretty much last year. So if Dwayne Baker cracked this rotation and he giving you what Reggie Bullock gave it, man, that's a huge upgrade on the defense. So we don't lose Reggie Bullock's defense that much because this cat can defend. And I truly could say that. L. Lee, you're 100% right, my man. Leonard Hampton is an excellent defense coach. That's what I mean. I know Bacon, and then Bacon came into the league. He played under Scott Clifford, a defense coach. You know what I mean? He had his time in down here in Charlotte. So I think that bodes well for him. I think he's got a good chance. I think he might be one of them typical type of guys that really might get in here and make a difference. What we do for that situational situation. So let's see if D Bacon crack this thing, man, and get in here and get it popping. Be part of that 15-man roster, become situational, because you never know if somebody go down. You need somebody who can come in there and fill in some minutes and try to keep the game afloat. My man, salute Jet for life. He said, I don't think Bacon is making the final cut. I got you, Jet for life. Jet for life said he probably don't think he's gonna make it, so we have to see. And that you're right, Jet for life. You never know. But Jet Life don't think he'll make the final cut. Salute to my brother Jet Life, man. Salute to you for real. Shy Powers said, love Kevin Bacon. I'm a dad with the streets of Button, excuse me. My man CT said he loves some Kevin Bacon. I agree, we do. And Shy Powers, I think he's gonna put pressure on Knox and Burks. He's high on defense. And that's a fact. That's facts. He the kid can play some defense. And that's one of the typical staples. I know we gotta play defense down here. So we'll see how both for Kevin Bacon. So Jet Life, we'll see how that go. It's exhibit 10, so we never know. But we'll see. And then the next guy we want to talk about is MJ Walker. Obviously, MJ Walker, small shooting guard, 6'5", 213 pounds, no NBA experience. Another cat out of Florida State. One of them Leonard Hamilton guys. You know what I mean? Defense-minded coach down there. So if he don't make it, they might say, you know what, we put him down in the G League. But I love the way the Knicks reward these guys for playing in summer league, and they bringing them to camp because you know why? It makes sense because they know the system. So it makes sense to bring them here and put them on this training camp roster. They play for us in some league. They pretty much know the game, what the Knicks trying to do. It makes it easy for them. Let's see what these guys can do. I think they might can go in there and try to battle. That's all you can do. If you ain't good enough to make it, then obviously you won't be on here. But I like that they getting that opportunity. So you'd be surprised. Sometimes people get shocked when they go in there like, whoa, this cat, it's better than I thought he was. So let's see. So that's a shooting guard situation, New York guys. I mean, we got Evan Fournier, Emmanuel quickly, Alex Burks, Grimes, Sheldon, Baker, and Walker. Obviously, we know Evan Fournier and quickly and Burks is definitely going to be playing time. They getting playing time. We know about that. Before I go to the small forward, let me throw in Elton Lee's comment. Bacon makes the cut, maybe contingent on Knox being in the rotation. Knox may be included in a potential deal. Absolutely, Elton Lee. I second that as well. I agree with that. That's very possible. So this is a big year for Kevin Knox, and we about to move into the small forward thing anyway. We touch on him, but yeah, Bacon got a chance to make this thing, man. Just do the way he play defense. I think that's one of the Tom Thibodeau staples. The defense-minded coach first, and he believes in that. And I really think he's gonna have a chance to go in there and compete. So we have to see what Bacon's gonna do. But for the small forwards, according to the Knicks page and what they put out there, we look at the small forward position, and you're gonna have R.J. Barrett, obviously, Kevin Knox, and Amir Sims. So we definitely gotta see how that's gonna pan out. It's a big year for Knox. I do think the Knicks probably move R.J. Barrett to the 3, especially if what we hearing out there that he kind of moved up in solid game to inch or 2. He done got a little bit stronger, and so I think he can hold them. I think he's strong enough, and I think at 6'7", 6'8", I think he could play a small forward and hold them guys down there. I think he could battle on there pretty well. So let's talk about R.J. Barrett, shooting guard, 6'7", 202, 2 years in the pros, coming to a third year out of Duke. Obviously, we already know he was our 2019 first round pick, number 3. The young man, so far, I love his trajectory of his career. Started 14 points a game. So good rookie year, you know, from a how would I say, stat wise, but obviously you want his shooting percentage to get better that year. But he was a rookie coming out of Duke, no summer league, COVID-19, shortened season, not a short training camp, didn't really get the profit like he wanted to. And I think that was huge for him not to be able to do that, man. You know, not to be able to go into his second summer league. I'm saying not the first one, the second one. He had a great, you know, and the second year summer league could have been just like Obi and Quickly's second year summer league. But I'm looking for great things for RJ Barrett, man. I love it. I love his work ethic, his trajectory. I love his attitude. He's a hard-working young man. He goes to the gym all the time. You know, all season you can see the man trying to get better. I think him and Julius Randle, when we get into Julius Randle, when we get to the power forward, but I just think that 1-2 punch can wind up being something special for the Knicks for a long time. Because think about what the man did in the second year, shooting 40% from three, 17 a game. Field goal percentage was around 44, 45 field goals in from the 2-point area, and hopefully he elevates that. I think he goes up and rebounds here. Maybe he move up to 7-8 rebound a game. Now that he's at the small forward spot, and I do think his assists go up as well because now you got better shooters like Kemba Walker and Fournier around. So I think his assists might even go. So I think it's going to be really, really important for RJ this year, guys. I think he's going to be one of the main reasons why we get to hopefully, if he had the year that he had, we can really make some noise. If RJ Barrett is on point, I think he is. I think he's going to be the real deal. And Jet Light said RJ is going to score 20 a game. I with Kemba Walker and all them, I still can see that, man. I think this offense is so. I think it's going to be more dynamic this year because then you're going to get more runouts, more running plays, more fast breaks. I think you're going to be able to get more of that this year. And I do think with the shooters that we have, there's less pressure, double teams. I think Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker takes the pressure off of RJ so much you wouldn't believe. Because now, you know, he was our second leading scorer last year at 17 a game. And now that you got guys who can help take the pressure off of RJ, because when the shot clock gets down to a certain minute, him and Julius Randle can't get that ball. We know Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker got a real good chance of getting that ball and putting it in the bucket. So I do think that bodes well for them, man. So we're looking for RJ to really have a good year this year. I really am, man. I believe in RJ Barrett. I love his progress. I love his whole story. Y'all know I put a video out there, RJ Barrett, different levels. I think y'all check that out and you'll see the way I feel about RJ, just from, you know, coming out of high school, coming into Duke, coming into the NBA, pedigree, parents played professional ball. You know what I mean? So I think it's in him to really to have a good year this year, man. I'm looking forward to that. And then the next guy was probably the longest tenured Knicks, Kevin Knox. Small forward, 6'9", 215, 30 out of Kentucky, 2018, first round pick number 9. Man, you know, much as I love Kevin Knox, man, it's been a roller coaster for him, man. It really does, man. And then I hope he can bounce back, man. You know what I mean? If not, then obviously things happen just like Frank. You know, we kept him for a year, but we just didn't sign him. Or you know, you get a man a new fresh start. Hopefully you send him somewhere where he can prosper. You know what I mean? He can have a chance to get in there and have some minutes to play. And if he's not a Tom Thibodeau guy, it's understandable. I get it. But I'm a Kevin Knox guy. I think the guy got a sweet stroke from the 3 line. He shot real good high percentage last year from 3, but he didn't shoot a lot of them. So that percentage really probably would have might dipped a little bit if he had more opportunity. I mean, you know, so we'll see. But he, you know, I like his size. I like what he could do, you know, for as shooting the ball. And he can put the ball on the foot a little bit, get to the hole. He just gotta go in there and want it, man. This is a big year for this young man. You know, if he's gonna crack this rotation, here's another situational guy. You know, are you going to be able to crack this rotation and get you some situational minutes? Rather, you know what I mean, if Tibbs started to span a little bit during certain games, is Kevin Knox going to be that guy that can come in and get some minutes? And what's so important for him is he got to realize, let's say, God forbid, Obi go down. Let's God forbid, Alex Burks go down. Are you ready to come in here and get yourself some quality minutes and help this team? I know he'll shoot the ball for us. That I do know. But I would like to see Knox get in there and bang this training camp, man. Go in there and try to win you a chance to get on this new roster and show that, you know, in my 4th year, I want to be in the NBA and I want to be able to have me a career in here. So it's going to be like, I know a lot of people thought Frank was going to wind up going overseas, but look what Dallas did to him, because he had a certain skill set that kept him in the league. And same thing with Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox can shoot the basketball. He do have a skill set that can keep him in the league. It's just that how bad he really wanted, he's gonna go get it. So we have to see with Kevin Knox. And Boost Mobile, salute. Salute my man Boost Mobile. I see you, my brother. So that's gonna be big for Kevin Knox this year, guys. We got to really see what this man gonna do, and try to make this roster and get a situational minutes and try to get some burn. We'll see how that play out in training camp in a couple of days coming forward. But salute to the chat, man. I'm glad y'all here. It's on fire. I like the way you guys keep bringing that content and keep bringing these thoughts, man. Because you guys make the show. I don't make the show. You guys make the show. Chat is where it's at. So salute. And let's Sha Powers like salute to. Let's get Sha in here. Sha said, I want Knox to do well. I really do, but this head really ready for it. This heart gonna be there. That's a good question, Sha Powers. That's a good question. Is the heart gonna be there? Does he still have the drive? We've seen him working out in the off season. And so we have to see if it just translates over into training camp. We do have to see how hungry he is, because from what I've seen in the 4 years that he's been here, he's not a aggressive type of guy. I mean, he seems like he's a real humble guy. So we have to see, man, does he have the attitude to play under Tom Thibodeau's system? Does he have the attitude? That's what I think Kevin Knox needs to bring out, the attitude. Like, yo, man, I don't care. I'm gonna have this dog in me, and I'm gonna go get it. Because if not, man, you never know. He might be on the way out the door. I hope not. But if it is, I understand it. If you can't show and prove, then you out of here, or you don't get no burn. Either way, go. Not saying he out of here off the team, but you're not getting no burn. So we'll see how Kevin Knox go. And I'll throw this next chat comment up in there. Then I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next guy. Al Lee said Knox took a effort abuse on this role, but he was doing what Tibbs told him to do, i.e. run to the corner, three, break on the wing, on transition. That's why his rebounding takes totals are low. Absolutely, Al Lee, you absolutely right. He did what Tibbs told him to do. You know what I mean? Tibbs might tell you run to that 3-point corner. When that ball get there, you launch it. You run the break, do this, try to get you some rebounds when you can. So I think that's pretty much accurate right there, Al Lee. I think that he just followed what the coach wanted him to do without giving him no negative ending. But now I think he needs to go and earn the minutes, man. He really do. So let's see how that goes. Now we got the next guys, Amir Sims. Obviously, Amir Sims, they got him listed as small forward, 6'8", which I think he's more of a power forward to me. But they got him 6'8", 240, no years experience out of Clemson, undrafted. Coming in the camp, see what he could do. He got an opportunity to go in there to try to make the team as well. So we had to see how Mel Sims plays out. And if he can come in here and produce, then he got a chance to make the team. So we're gonna see. It's gonna be tough, man. There's a lot of guys that might not make this team, man. I really got it down to Veldoza and Bacon. And if I had to put another one in there, Sims is gonna be the one I think gonna fill out that roster for the 15 guys. That's my personal opinion. It might even translate that way. I might be totally wrong, but just going off with my gut feeling, I think Sims, Knox, and Bacon might be them guys that make that team, that final 15 roster spot. This is gonna be the most space Kevin and he got to get since day one. I agree with you. He gotta get it, man. He just gotta go in there and get it. And but if you look at our small forward situation, because he's going to be the next guy, like I said, if somebody go down, Kevin Knox got to be able to step up in there. You know what I mean? And he got 4 years experience. And Knicks 100 AGM, salute to you, my brother. Thanks for hopping in and making that. Amir Sims is the one that fits the best. Yeah, man. See, Nick 100, if he can get it in and make it happen, and produce, then he gets a chance to get in there and play. That's what's good about this thing, man. Going into training camp, it's all open competition. It's fair. Nobody's, no favoritism except for the guy we know who is here and we know who's going to play. But it's on every individual to go in there and say, man, I want to make this team and I want to put this work in. I want to see if I can come out of training camp with Tom Thibodeau and the rest of the coaching staff saying, you know what? I think we better put him on the roster. That's what they got to go in there and battle. So I agree with you, man. He says one of that fits the best. You know what? And Nick 100, he fit well, but let's hope that he can go in there and compete and take somebody's spot, because that's what it's all gonna boil down to. Can he outdo the next man to be able to be on this Knicks roster and literally make that team? Now, only said Kevin Knox came out of school a bona fide 5'2" player. Only guys like Tatum, KD, and MPJ were designated. Yeah, I mean that's what's so it's so bothering me so much. I know Kevin Knox's work, man. I know how good he can shoot that ball. I seen him. I seen him get in there sometime. I seen him had that floater game when his rookie year. Had a nice little floater in the lane. He can get to the rack. Linky got a nice finger roll, and he'll throw it down on you too. If you go back and look at some of Kevin Knox's the year before, some of the things that he did on the court, you're like, man, why is this guy not really outshining jokers when you see what he could do with a basketball? I just don't get it. You know what I mean? But I think coming out of his rookie year, when we signed Moot Morris, signed Bobby Portis, signed all them forwards, man, I think the Knicks just kind of did him a disservice by doing that. They should just let him into his second year, going to that second year, that 17-win season. Just going in and let them try to get better starting, but they went another route. I guess they went and bought in like I said, Moot Morris and all them guys, and Kevin Knox just fell to the back end. So, and then I don't know if cover from it or not. I don't know. Let's hope so. And then we'll take it from there. And then, like I said, man, so we gotta that's the one spot that I do think if we need to do an upgrade somewhere, might be that small forward spot. Because I do think Alex Burks might start coming off the bench at the small forward. He's 6'6". You know what I mean? You got guys like Jason Tatum, 6'8", 6'9", you know what I mean? Or 6'8", 6'9", possibly. You know, you got LeBron them at the small forward spot, 6'9", big dude. So that's my only concern with the Alex Burks situation. If he's gonna be the backup three, is he's 6'6", and you got some linky guys in the NBA that's 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". Strong too, you know what I mean? So, but at the same time, he got advantage with his speed, Alex Burks. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. But Kevin Knox got a chance to make that situational situation, and coming in, hopefully that he can back up when something go wrong. I think he got enough NBA experience for 4 years to be able to come in there and hold a little bit of water because he can shoot the ball. So I hopefully Knox have a good training camp, and Amir Sims, he cracked that thing. You just never know how he pans out. Then we're gonna move into the power forward situation next. With Shaw Powers, I would take Sims over Baker and Wade Veldoza. Okay, Shaw, I see that. And that that could make sense too, because we do need a guy at the small forward spot that got length. And I said that Amir Sims, from what I'm looking at here on his bear with me, he's 6'8", 240. So he might play a pivotal role in training camp, man. So let's see what you and Nick 100 think. He might do that. And Jet for Life said I agree. I agree with you about Burks. Yeah, man. Jet for Life, he's kind of small, 6'6", man. That's shooting guard. That's why the Knicks not listed as a shooting guard. But maybe they might want to go Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickly, and him because of the guard rotation with 3 guards, and then pop in Obi Toppin and Noel, when Mitch get back or whichever way it may go. So they might look to go 3 guard with speed, which is I don't have a problem with that, but that's a lot of speed with him, Burks, and Quickly and Derrick Rose. That's a lot of speed there. So a lot of them guys that's big in the NBA at the small forward spot had to keep up with them guys as well. So it's an interesting dynamic to have for New York in that situation. And so we'll see how that pan out. But yeah, man, let's jump into this the power forward spot, because I think this is interesting as well. What the Knicks got listed there. From the power forward situation, obviously we know Julius Randle was the main dude there. Julius Randle, phenomenal year last year. What can we say about what he brought to the table? Power forward, 6'9", 250, 7 years, guys. Let's see, only been in these 7 years. You know what I mean? Out of Kentucky. First round pick in 2014, number 7th pick. Great last year for that young man. Man, what can you say? 24 and 11, 41% from 3. Had an all-around good season, man. He was the motor behind this whole thing. He literally last year put the New York Knicks franchise on his back. Julius Randle put this franchise on his back from coming out of training camp and from day one. He put this franchise on his back, dude, and that's why they gave him that money. If it weren't for that dude last year, we might have been down there in the lottery. You know what I mean? And that's why you got to give Julius Randle his respect. 24 and 11. You know what I mean? Shot the ball well, and to have guys around him who wasn't fully developed. Think about it. He had to do this with RJ Barrett in his second year. He had to do this with Reggie Bullock, who's not to me wasn't an NBA starting small forward. Much as we liked him, he wasn't the start material to me. So to have guys like that, and then have a guy like Alpha Payton, who couldn't give us what Kemba Walker can give us. Think about what Julius Randle did with the cast that he had around him. Think about that. He had a cast of guys around him where he was the only one literally can go do it with confidence. None of them guys, because RJ was only in the second year, just starting to come into his own, and everybody around him was either second string. Alpha Payton is not a starting point guard in the NBA. Reggie Bullock is not a starting small forward in the NBA. You cannot tell me that if you wanted to. He had to do that with them guys. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes we take for granted what Julius Randle did for us. I just think that's why the league gave him this respect. That's why the Knicks gave him this respect. Julius Randle helped us get to the playoffs last year. You take away them 24 point, that double every night, going up against some of the best power forwards in the league. You know, it was really, really important that he did what he did last year. So that we know that's a gimme right there at the starting four. And let me break down some comments. Then I'll go on to Obi Toppin. But we salute to my man D Ross. Salute my brother. Appreciate you up in the building. Boost Mobile said whatever happens to trial by error, and coaching, these kids up. You gotta see him player in the game and to see what makes mistakes not in practice. Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. Boost Mobile on that one, sure. My man, X100 salute. He says, "See again, Amir Sims will fit seamlessly, and we need a young guy who can do so much." Okay, I see that as well. Knicks 100. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, man. Throw the thumbs up for the brother, man. Knicks Real Talk. We in the building, man. Show me some love. Throw the thumbs up. We breaking all this stuff down, man. We doing it. I'm in the building tonight with the chat. To everybody out there on Facebook and everywhere, Twitter, wherever you streaming it from. Thanks for checking us out. And I'm in here, man. And yeah, let's talk about my man Obi Toppin. Big year for this dude. This has got to be a really huge year for Obi Toppin, man. And I hope it pans out well. 4'6'9", 193, 1 year out of Dayton, second round, 21st round pick, the 8th pick in the 2021, 20 draft. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is a big year for this man. You know what I mean? Him like quickly didn't have a summer league last year. Tough training camp, COVID situation, pretty tough for all the guys in the NBA. Not only our guys, but every guy who was in there last year, coming to the league last year. With the situation with the the COVID-19 thing, so it was hard for all them guys. But you see the progress and the development in summer league this year. He came out blazing in summer league. Was on a summer league all summer league team. One of the best players in the summer league this year. I like what I've seen from Obi Toppin in the summer league. Now, can it translate to the game on the court in the NBA this year and in training camp? Let's see. But if there's any indication what he did in summer league, he could bring to this level again, then I think his maturation jumped to 10 to 12 points a game, maybe grabbing 7 rebounds in that second unit. Got a really good chance to show improvement. I mean, he was showing me Dayton Obi Toppin in the summer league. He was really in there getting down. He was doing everything, blocking shots on the 3, running the floor, rebounding, and his mid-range game in summer league looked sweet. I was like, okay, Obi pull up around the key. He pulling up on the right corner, left corner of the key. He was doing his thing in summer league, man. I really was happy with what I seen for him, and I'm hoping that translate over to the regular season, man, the training camp. So Obi Toppin gonna be a important, pivotal player for us going forward this year if he can really do that. Because think about it, he's another guy. All these guys can be trade pieces. You never know if Knicks go do something and they got to put him in there. So. But no matter what, you want to make sure no matter who you're playing for, whether it's the Knicks or the next team, you want to get your burn. You want to be able to be in the NBA playing. You want to get minutes. You want to show and prove that you're an NBA, you're worthy and you're qualified to be here. So I think Obi Toppin makes a big step. Like quickly, they were that select team thing, man. They went up and got a lot of good experience playing against Durant and Lillard and all these guys and Tatum and them guys in the NBA. Getting forward for the NBA's the Olympic trials. They had a good thing there, man. So I'm psyched about that, man, for sure. Let's read some chats. New York Bonkers. Hey, this is a new show. New York Bonkers, salute, man. I've been around about a year now. Knicks Real Talk. I came down off the MBK family. Started my own channel maybe about a year now. So I'm just kind of moving on. No, we've been around for a minute, but thank you for chiming in, my brother. I appreciate you. And we here, man. Knicks Real Talk. Welcome to the family for sure. Y'all make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and join the fam. It's all good. Jet for Life said Obi is gonna shock the world. I'll leave for a salute, Jet for Life. I think he takes another big step as well. I really do. I think Obi is gonna show improve. I really do. you might get to see Obi top. You get to see Obi dating Obi Toppin this year. And I think if that's the case, he can have 12 points a game. He only scored 4 points a game last year, but he did come out of the season injured, first game in his NBA career. He got injured, had to sit out like 10 games. He played 62 games last year, but after he came back from injury, it took a while for him to get into the NBA focus. Think about this here, guys, real quick about Obi. He came out of Dayton, no summer league, a semi-training camp. Soon as you come in the NBA, your first game, you hurt your calf or whatever. You had to sit out 10 games. So you haven't even played truly organized ball since you left Dayton, because there wasn't no summer league and none of that. You know what I mean? So he didn't really get to play ball until he got to training camp. What little bit we had, then he came into the season and he got injured. At the end of the year, he started getting more better. So let's hope that with a full thing this year in summer league and a full training camp playing with the NBA select team, he got better. And I think he did. He showed proof in summer league. So let's see what Obi Toppin do. I'll read some more chats and I go on to the next guy. Real quick, let's Canal, my man, salute. Obi needs to get better on the board. I agree with you 100%. I think he's got the body to crash the board. He got the athleticism to crash the board. I think if he could do that, that bodes well for us as well. Canal, he got another one. He's bear with me at this thing crossover, and we'll put it out there. And New York Bonkers sound like Randle, Boost Mobile. You said work on his base. He gets the move in the post. Absolutely, I agree with that one 100%. Boost Mobile said he likes Randle. Yeah, we do, man. That's the man right there. No doubt. New York Bonkers, he is the man for sure. Boost Mobile, the show is part of the Podfather. Yeah, that's where I started being on a panel, and that's when then I moved on and did my own thing. But salute to the MBK, that's my people down there. You already know the Podfather, Sim, all the cats down there, Queens Court, Knicks and Bruisers, that's family down there. You already know, man. That's much love down there. You already Uncle Fulio, everybody. Salute. And let's go into this one here. Elton Lee, D is the man. If you don't know now, you know. Thank you for the love, Elton Lee. I appreciate you, my brother, for sure. Y'all make me feel good up here, and that's why y'all family to me, and that's why I keep showing the love. But let's jump into this next guy that we talk about, and they got him, and this was his natural position. Oh man, sorry about that, guy. I froze a little bit. If you can hear me, and I'm still doing it. I just had my first freeze for the night. That's not good. Let's wait till this thing pop off. But the next guy I'm going to bring up, far as the power forward situation, it's going to be Todd Gibson. I think Todd Gibson. Sorry for the freeze, guys. That happens. But the next power forward I want to bring up is Todd Gibson. I do think that Todd Gibson. People always think he's a center, but his whole career he's been a power forward, 6'9", 6'10" power forward. I think the young man. I think not the young man. Excuse me. The savvy veteran that he is. I think he plays a major part in that team from a grinding standpoint, go hard standpoint. All the nuances of the NBA. There's nothing that man haven't seen in the NBA compared to today. So I think Todd Gibson, that's why I say if Obi go down, by default, by accident, always slide Todd Gibson over there to slide Todd Gibson over there to that spot. Let's see, Todd Gibson is let's go over his career numbers. As far as his league and everything, what he's been doing. Power forward, 6'9", 232 pounds, 12 seasons out of USC. First round pick, number 26 pick back in 2000. Todd Gibson was 2009. Brooklyn born, PS 67, salute to him. Yeah, man, Todd Gibson is a savvy veteran. He brings a lot to the table. You could tell what he did in the playoffs against Atlanta last year. Him and Derrick Rose, that veteran, them two veteran guys, the one that we did what we did in the playoffs. We didn't do much, but you could tell them two guys they wasn't rattled by none of that stuff because they've been doing it for so long. But they got him listed on the Knicks side at the power forward. I love Todd Gibson. I hope he retires the Knicks and come on this front office, not the front office, on the coaching staff, and really bring something to the table. You know what I mean? And I think he's got a really good shot at doing that. And I really do believe that he's going to play a major part in this thing. He's situational, but he's fine with that. And if he wouldn't have been fine with it, he wouldn't have signed back. But Todd Gibson knows his role with New York. And that's what I love about it. He knows it's going to be situational. He might be hungry to pay, but he understands it. But you know what? He home in Brooklyn. He in the Mecca. He with a good team. And I think he's like, yeah, man, I got a good team to do this thing, man. I got a good chance to go to the playoffs. I got a good chance to get to another round. So we're going to see how this pop off for him, man. And I'm looking for a good year for Todd Gibson because he had a good year last year. But with all the talent we brought in and less pressure, you know, he just could sit back and say, "Listen, man, I'm gonna be ready to help Kenny Payne shape and mold him, help him run with Mitchell Robinson and Nerlens Noel." That's what he there for. They help them big guys and that team just get better from a mental standpoint. Get into practice and bang with them young men, show them how to do the footwork, show them what they need to do against these other experienced NBA guys. So having a guy like that, man, it's like that's crazy. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about him at the power forward spot as well, and what he can bring to the table for the Knicks, man. And I just think he's going to do well for us. So that's the power forward spot in New York, man. I know it's some versatility there, and these guys swing various ways, positionless basketball. You know, they could do it anyway. And Todd is settled here. He's done roster hopping. He ends his career with us. Salute, Elton Lee. 100% agree with you on that, man. I hope the brother Land stays here. That veteran experience, you can't take that for granted. And I think the Knicks understand that. Now Tom Thibodeau understand that, and that's why he brought him back. Everywhere Tom go, Derrick Rose and my man Todd Gibson going. We already know that. And let's get to that center spot, because I do think we got one of the better center spots in the league. I really do. I think the center spot is going to be interesting. When we get down to the get down, I think it's going to be interesting, man. We got a good thing going on there. And I like what we got there. Let's start out with my man. You know, I'm just one of my boys right here, Mr. Robinson. Mitchell Robinson. Let's get on to Mitchell Robinson with he brought center 7'1", 240, bigger now, third year, undrafted. No, excuse me, he wasn't undrafted. He didn't play in college. I'm sorry. 2018 second round pick, the 36th pick. Man, you know what I mean? If this man gets on the court, he changes the game. And I want to get into the Mitchell Robinson thing real slowly, but real gradually, man, because there's a lot of things that I think we underestimate about what Mitchell Robinson brings to the floor and what he didn't bring to the floor, and the reason why he didn't bring it to the floor. And I look at it from this perspective. Let's go back to his rookie year. This young man came in at the 36th pick, coming into the NBA, not having a college year because he sat out a year. He didn't go to West Kentucky. He left and didn't play. So he stayed out a year, coming out of high school, playing against kids 5'3", 4'1", you know what I mean? So the biggest kid probably 6'6", and they the center. And that's high school. So now he come into the NBA playing against guys 7 foot, 6'9", 6'10", 220, 240 in his rookie year. And, you know, like I said, so I can understand why Mitchell Robinson was getting into foul trouble, because you cannot compare a high schooler to a pro, you know what I mean? And so I understand why he had to go through the growing pains of getting in foul trouble and doing things like that. You know, and I seen some games, but what I did say is like, man, this kid got a chance to be freaky athletic, freaky potential. He got a chance to be good, because a lot of centers can't do what he do on the basketball court. So I was excited about Mitchell Robinson. Then in the second year, obviously the pandemic short season. Out of 66 games, he played 61. Not bad. You only missed 5 games out of 66 game season because the season was cut early because of the pandemic. Led the league in field goal percentage with 74-point percentage. Man, that's huge. You know what I mean? People don't take it serious, but man, listen, I'd rather have 74% than a 31 or 40. You know, that means you're making more shots. Whether they 2 or 3, it doesn't matter. But I do think Mitchell Robinson has got a good chance. He bulked up this year. Let's hope that it translates to the court, because I think he's going to be huge for us if he can stay healthy, because we did not have him for almost half a season last year, and we still won 41 games. I believe if Mitchell Robinson was healthy and played all 72 games last year, I guarantee you that team would have been different, because you would have had Nerlens Noel doing he was doing in the starting unit on the bench last year, and it would have had to worry about Todd burning so many minutes at his age, because he would have been a situational third guy. So I think if Mitchell Robinson come back to training camp, even if he might not play training camp, they say they might hold him out and let him, if he comes to the regular season, then that's a whole different, that changes the game with him. Him and Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier and Mitchell Robinson playing on the Knicks this year compared to not playing last year, changes the game for New York. That's why I'm kind of optimistic, guys, about what the season could be like, just due to the fact of what this cat could do. X factor for the year, if he stays healthy, absolutely. Shaw Powell, no doubt about it. Be civilized. New York Bonkers, all good, fam. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let me get the chat up here. You know what's going on. Be civilized, right back at you. Salute. It's all good, man. Shaw Power, be salute, man. I love the way you guys hold each other down, showing love to each other. That's what it's about. Knicks real talk about we family, man. We support one another all day, every day. But yeah, that Mitchell Robinson thing, guys. it's going to be a big factor for us this year. I really do believe that if he can maintain at least pay 60-something or 70 games, if he do that, y'all need to watch out. I really do. I think he changes the whole dynamic of this team. Imagine him in that starting five at the center spot with all them shooters around him. Mitchell Robinson at the 5 with R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, Evan Fournier, and Kemba Walker all on the perimeter. And he got that whole middle to just – this where Thibodeau need to start running plays for him. Post that man down there by that rim, throw the ball into him. He's freaky athletic. He probably just do a 180, just try to just dunk it on somebody. Either you're going to foul this guy. I don't think guys, a lot of centers who could jump high as him, going to have a problem. They're going to have a problem trying to stay up with him above the rim. Because I think he's so freaky athletic that they don't get off the feet like Mitchell Robinson do. He's a good offense rebounder. I think if he stayed on that last year, he stayed on the court. Kenny Payne was a big effect on Mitchell Robinson. He wasn't getting in foul trouble. He stayed on the court more, and he wasn't going after a lot of shots that caused him to get in foul trouble in the hand check fouls, slow feet. But I think Mitch is going to change it for this year. So let's see what Mitchell Robinson do. And then we got another man in the middle. Then I go into Nerlens Noel next. Let me get this chat in here. Shot power is absolutely strong, no doubt. Be civilized. We drop his in there, and then we go on to Nerlens Noel, and that's Mitch was progressing last season on staying out of foul trouble, which was definitely a blessing. So hopefully he takes a step forward and gets a double-double. HB civilized 100% on that one, my brother. We need him to go in there and double-double. Shot really shot powers really amped about him, man. Because Shot believe he could do 15 and 12, 13 and 3 blocks. I think it's possible because I just think it's that you can't underestimate not being in foul trouble. That means you stay on the court. So in his rookie year, he was 8 points a game, and he was in foul trouble. Like, matter if he stayed on the court, he might have had 2 or 3 or 4 extra points just from staying on the court alone. So if he can stay out of foul trouble, and the way he offense rebound, them lob threats with all 4 of them guys he got playing with him could throw the ball up to him. They all could pass pretty good. So I think let's see how that man pan out. And then we're gonna get into Jericho Sims as well. Walker, we'll get to him soon. Booth Mobile says salute New York Bonkers, blessed with your presence. Absolutely salute. Kemba Walker should be a good fit for Mitch. Absolutely, New York Bonkers 100%. Here goes shot power numbers, and that's why I brought it up because I shot is staying true to this. 15, 13, 2.5 blocks a game. Man, if Mitchell Robinson pull that off this year, shot, the Knicks is going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm telling you, if he do that, would that start lineup? Let's hope so. And so let's get in after Al Lee's chat. I get into Nerlens Noel, trying to break my man down as well. Nerlens Noel played a pivotal part for this team last year. Just let Lee's chat get on the board. Then I go back to the Nerlens Noel. Noel was another one who took a bashing, but his grit, heart, and hustle held us down. Held us down. Absolutely, Lee. I second that 100%. Noel played a major part for the Knicks last year, man. And that's why they gave him his money. That's why they signed it back. You got to give these guys, when they do something good for you, you reward them. And that's what they did with Nerlens Noel. He held him down, helped him get to the playoffs at that center spot. Top 3 in shot blocking in the league. You had to reward him, man. You reward the guys who help you out, man. I think he did a good job with that. And Nerlens Noel, let's look at him and what he do and what he bring to the table for us. His NBA experience. Nerlens Noel, 6'11", 220, 8 years out of Kentucky, 2013 first round pick, number 6. Noel, when he was coming out of Kentucky, man, skinny dude, but he was like he wasn't Mitchell Robinson coming out of high school. Coming out of college for Kentucky. Shot blocker, rim runner, but he was gritty, move around on the defense. And 8 years experiences bodes well for us. He wasn't bad. I agree. He really helped the Knicks out last year. I think the problem with Noel is I would love to see that man get a little bulky, man. His body's so thin that if the one hard bump from a center man can twist. I seen it last year. He had a couple of injuries last year that he had to fight through hitting the floor because he's so slim. But to have him and Mitchell Robinson as the 1-2, that's pretty much one of the best, to me, backup starting center tandems in the league. Having Mitchell Robinson and Nerlens Noel and that backup and that 1-2 tandem at the center spot. I think that's so good for the Knicks to have, man. I really do. I'm kind of psyched about to see how that thing pans out for them, man. And if they could really hold it down, I really do think that we got something brewing over there at that center spot. So we'll see how all that go. And but Nerves was a big piece of this thing, man. And I loved it, man. I really love what he brought to the Knicks, man. And my man B, New York Bonkers. I appreciate you, New York Bonkers, man. I really do, man. You don't know, I mean a lot to you to subscribe to the channel, man. I'm trying to get this thing growing for you guys to have some content with all the other content creators out there, just to give y'all a good platform to come in here and be able to speak your mind. Y'all chats is what you're coming out of your mind. I want to make sure you always got to be a part of this and speak. You're able to speak your mind and be a part of this show, man. Like I said, without you guys, ain't no Knicks Real Talk. That's real talk. So, we just want to keep you guys, keep bringing the smoke up in here, man. You guys got it. If Knox and Noel Motor had Moel's motor, he would be started. I agree, Lee. That's a good one. That's a good one, bro. That's what held him on the bench, because he would only be over top. He played over Knox to me because he had a motor. He had a motor. He kept running up and down the floor. He tried to crash the boards. He tried to shoot the three. He tried to get better. And I think Tom Thibodeau and they seen that. So let's hope Knox can do that. But that's a good one, though. So yeah, you're right, Bonk. He had trouble. That's one thing I hope Noel could do, to get them hands better, work on them hands. I don't know if you need to get them squeeze grip type thing that we used to use back in the days, to get your hands more stronger, or go in the gym and find out what the trainers want you to do to get a grip on that ball better. And if he could do that, man, because a lot of balls he let slip out his hands could have been huge for us last year. But he's a good problem to have, no doubt about it. Let's go with Jerry Walker. Jerry Walker, center dynamic trio, absolutely. Yeah, because I think Sim's gonna shock a lot of dudes. Jerry Walker, I second that, my brother. I think he's gonna shock a lot of guys. I think now that if Mitch come out of training camp, they move him along. So think about the beginning of the season. You might see Sim come up instead of going down to the G League first. He might come up because Mitch went down and be in a rotation to Mitch get back, which bodes well for New York. I think that would be nice. He get to get his foot wet early. Did he go back down to the G League, work on his game a little more, then later on in the season, they could bring him back up. Be civilized, like we finally have a starting lineup that is deadly from three. Hey, be civilized, salute, my brother. That's gonna be crazy, man. Them cats are shooting over 38%, all of them. I mean, like Kemba Walker, I think he have a better year shooting along just being in New York. So we're gonna see how it go with the crowds back in the stands. It didn't off a lot, even with the crowds back in the stands last year. They still kept it going. They wound up ending the season around 38, 39% in need, which was phenomenal. So let's see how that pan out. Beats like New York finally had, yeah, man, you ain't kidding, Beats. I just read that. So we got a good situation going on there. But Nerves and Well could be a huge factor for us this year, man. And let's hope he do what he did last year. If he can give us what he gave us last year, and Mitch can give us more, being healthy, being there, that makes a big difference on that team. I think it takes us up another level, especially with a healthy Mitch. And I think that bodes well for New York. And Boost Mobile said we did have no space last year. It's going to be a different look this year. Absolutely, Boost Mobile. That spacing going to be phenomenal. I just think that we do have spacing now, man. So you can't underestimate what spacing can do for a team, instead of having everybody clogged up. And then you can't let that ball swing the way you want to. But now this year, when you swing that ball, you swing it to a lot of shooters. You're not swinging it to Alpha Payton. You're swinging it to Kemba Walker. You're not swinging it to Reggie Bully. You're swinging it to Evan Fournier. And the good thing about all these guys that I'm talking about, they can put the ball on the floor and they can get to the lane. And I think that opens everything up. Lob threats, kickouts. You know what I mean? A lot of good stuff can happen. So we're going to see how that thing pop off. Be simple, like Knicks organization should put the glue on the hands during the game, because dude can't have no. Yeah, I second that, my brother, for real. We got to see if we can do that. Randall said he would here give me a call, chills. Absolutely. We hear absolutely, Broncos, he was, man. Knicks 100. Mitch better pray that don't happen. If Sims get playing time, it's over for Mitch. I don't know, Nick 100. I want to agree to, but I don't know. Mitch Robinson is special, man. I think he's going to bring it. 7-1 can do what he do. Mitch block party for sure. Yeah, man. That's what, man. Listen, that ain't a bad problem to have. Mitch block party, Jericho Wall. Salute to that. And I'll go into my man chat, and then we talk about the next guy up on the board. And as the Knicks, that D is wearing is sweet. Yeah, no doubt. Appreciate it. Let's get into the next dude that's going to be on the thing, man. We talking about the rookie coming in here, Jericho Sims. Rookie coming out of Texas, center 6'10", 240, 58th pick in the second round. Coming out of Texas, a leaper. I mean, the cat got springs, man. I'm like, you talking about springs? He got it. I would love to see this dude in the slam dunk contest, bro, for real. I mean, this cat can get up. I mean, and like my man said, he caught a body in summer league. I'm like, no, this dude is crazy. He got good footwork down there. He plays well around the basket. I haven't seen him shoot the ball, so it's hard for me to say. I don't know. You know, summer league didn't show. I didn't have a lot to go off of just based on summer league. It was only 5 games. But if that cat can come in here and get in here and produce, he's another. I think him and Mitch might be the future. I really do. Unless if Mitch don't get traded for a star, I believe Jericho said that Mitchell Robinson going to be the future centers in New York. I really do. Even when Noel contract winds up, even if Noel stays 2 years, because he got a team maximum in the third, even if he stays 2 years, by then Jericho Sims should be legit. You know what I mean? So I do think him and Robinson can. Oh my God, they can hold that center spot down just like Noel and Robinson can. I think Sims and Robinson can do well there. And 6'10", you can bring him at the power forward sometime too. Let's say something happened to Obi. If he develop a certain type of game, we're gonna need him for rebounding because we are really not that big in New York. You think about after Noel and Mitchell Robinson, the Knicks is not a really big team. The Todd Gibson 6'9", Randle 6'9". You know, that's not a big team. Them 2 guys is the tallest guys we have. So I do think that if he can come in here and make this roster, I think it bodes well for us. I really do. Mitch is young, but health. My only question. I agree with you, Boost, New York Broncos. That's what's the whole thing with Mitch. If he, it makes it so bad. His injuries wasn't like ACL tears or MCL, or it wasn't cartilage or nothing like that. Broken hand, broken foot. You know what I mean? A broken foot is pretty tough for a center, but let's see how it pans out, man. But it wasn't none of them, them injuries that, man, you had to get certain crazy meniscus tears, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but they wasn't the freakish. They were freakish injuries. I went up in the air, I came down, I landed on somebody's foot. I went up to the rim, or I came down on somebody's shoulder, smacked his shoulder, and broke my hand. They not them type of injuries that I can call him an injury-prone guy. I just think that he got a couple of plays where, you know what, the man stepped on somebody's foot, he got injured, and I really think that would give me he had freakish injuries. Thank you, my brother. There you go. He got freakish injuries. You know what I mean? And salute. Thank you for that. So I do think that if he can avoid them, then I think he might have longevity. And so with Jericho Sims, I think sky's the limit for that young man. I really do. I think he can come in here, learn under the tutelage of Todd Gibson and Kenny Payne and Nerds Noel and Mitch. I think he got a good future in New York, and I'm hoping that it works out that way. I hope his work ethic is what it is, and if it is, he's going to be a really big. I think he's going to be a long-term player in this game. Him, Jericho Sims, Grimes, and McBride got a chance to be here for a minute if it all pans out well for them. So that's the lineup guy that's going into training camp. Going to be a lot of competition there. We're going to see how both of these guys, and see who's going in and try to get this thing popping. Let's see who can win this thing and get a chance to get up in there. And you know what? And like for the situational guys, like I went over, he's a guy that I see that's battling for situational minutes. You look at the situational battle for minutes: Veldoza, Baker, Knox, Sims, Walker, Sims, Selden, Gibson, and McBride and Grimes. Them all the guys I think they're going to be fighting, crack that rotation to get some minutes. I mean, far as making the team, I know a couple of them, 5 of them guys are going to make the team. But them the guys are going to be in a situation where they're going to have to try to be able to get some minutes once the second unit, whether they get breather, whether it be injury, whether it be we blew somebody out, so we're going to put these guys in. But then the guys are going to be fighting for it in training camp, man. And all them young guys, that's going to be pretty awesome to see these young guys going at each other, trying to get on this thing and make the rotation. You know what I mean? Or not make the rotation, but make the part of this thing, man. So if they could do that, I think that bodes well. So we're going to see how them guys pan out. And you already know, man, I'll throw the date up there on the ticker. It starts in, 3 days, 4 days? There we go. Countdown to training camp, September 30th. I did that wrong. September 30th to the 8th of October. So forgive me for that 30 in October. That's September the 30th to October the 8th. That's how long training camp going to go. Then we get ready to get into to the regular season, preseason, I meant to say, and then we're just going to see how this thing pan out. And but I'm liking what I'm seeing. I really do. I'm excited about it. I know you guys are excited about it. We all should be excited about it. Knicks about to start the season, and then we just go do the damn thing. You know what I mean? We go in there and make it happen. I'm expecting a big thing from this team. Nobody's sleeping on the Knicks. The NBA not going to sleep on us. But I do think that we in a good position with the quality of talent that we brought in to get us to another level. So we just have to keep that in mind and just hope for the best. You know, I mean, I'm an optimistic dude. You know, I'm always trying to be optimistic about the Knicks. And we can always throw we can let the Fox News and the ESPN everybody throw the negative stuff out there. I don't need to do it. You can get that anywhere. You know, I'm just optimistic about the team. I like what we got. And I'm trying to look at based on what we have or what we had going forward. I think we got a good situation to be in. Kenny Payne is the blank canvas for Jericho Sims. Facts, Boost Mobile facts. He is amazing, the blank canvas. And I do think that he's going to teach that young boy how to get down. That's what Kenny Payne do. Look at Karl Anthony Towns. Look at Julius Randle. Look at DeMarcus Cousins. Look at all these guys, these big men that Kenny Payne. Look at what he did for Mitchell Robinson last year, and he without the foul trouble. You know what I mean? Look at what he did for Noel and Todd Gibson. All these guys, man. Kenny Payne is a savvy assistant coach. He know how to coach a big man real well. You know, like I said, when he left John Calipari last year, look what John Calipari went through last year without him. He's a huge part of this, man. So I think that's what it is. Mitch injuries are Nicky Knack type of injuries, but at the same time, we never had a good backup for him. He's went down for Noel. Sims will fill the void just in case if Mitch is not available. Absolutely be civilized. That's what makes it so good, man. And I think Sims gonna be money. He's gonna be money. So we know them all good situations to have. Like I said, going into training camp this week coming up. You guys stay glued into that thing, man, and let's see these cats really go in there and get it. I'm gonna be glued to it as much as I can. You know, gotta be back on Wednesday, obviously, and all that. We're gonna try to make sure we're gonna support this team 100% like we always do, man. But I think we're more excited this year than any year. We had a really good off season, man. We had a good off season by signing Scott Perry. We had a good draft. We had a good free agency. Stole Kemba Walker for the amount of money that we got for him. We brought in some young talent, you know. So and we still got good draft picks going forward. We got a lot of stuff that we could wheel and deal this year. So I'm really excited about that, man. And I hope you guys are. And let's see where the Knicks go, man. I got them 3 or 4. I got to fight for a 4 or 5. Let's say 4, 5, and 3 spot. Because you know with the NBA anything can happen. But if everything translates to the court, they're gonna be a dangerous team with all that scoring and all that 3-point shooting. They are literally. If you look at what I broke down, and you look at each player. Knicks got a lot of 3-point shooting. They got 4 guys can shoot it and they're throwing it. You got Derrick Rose shot good last year for 3-point line. Quickly shot good. Burks should shoot good. Obi should get better than instead of 30%. Hopefully he get the league average. Grimes can knock it down. Gibson can knock it down. I mean, I guess Baker can knock it down. I mean, they got a really good thing going on there, man. And I agree to be civilized. Vegas is sleeping on New York. I don't know why they did that last year with 22 wins. Yeah, and facts, Will. Will, you're right, man. We at least keep pace with the rest of the East. You know, Knicks gonna be a tough out when you come in there. And if we can protect home court, if we play well in Madison Square Garden and protect our home court, don't let nobody break in the house and steal nothing. And that's how them guys got to look at it. If our alarm system in Madison Square Garden is legit, Knicks gonna have a good home record. Because they ain't gonna let nobody come in there and steal no games from them. They ain't gonna let them come in there and take. Nah, you can't let nobody break in your house and take your stuff. So hopefully the Knicks got that thing locked down and make the Mecca the hardest place to come and play next year. When you come into New York City next year, and the world most famous arena and the New York City gritty committee is popping up in there, man. Listen, you know, and that's what it is. Y'all already know the New York City gritty committee, man. You know what I mean? And they exemplify New York City. The New York Knicks exemplify the people of New York, and they gritty. So and we got to go get it, you know. And I'm excited about it, man. And I hope we go in here and come out the gate with all that continuity, guys. The team coming back, our whole team coming back, just about the important guys. We brought back the guys who made a difference. We brought in some new talent. So we coming out of the gate, the Knicks should be strong because we got continuity. We know what the coach want to do and everything. And, you know, listen, y'all already know, man, I ain't got no further ado. I'm about to bring in my brother. And y'all already know who he is because the streets is always buzzing. And that's real talk. And I got my man CT in the building. My brother, salute.
Salute D, salute chat, salute. How we doing?
I'm good, man. The chat on fire. You know how they do. Great show, man. I'm loving all the energy, man. They're keeping me up and popping up here. Them cats is bringing it. Just like we do down there. Where you at, man? How you doing today, my brother?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I wish I could come on longer, but I'm at work, so I'm just stopping by, showing some love, and loving the chat, the energy, listening. All the knowledge you're spitting. Yeah, man. You're getting me excited.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. Hope we all are, man. I broke down everything, man. Pretty much went over all the forward positions, the guard position, the people. And I just think we're a deep team, CT, man. I think they got a deep team there. I just hope it all come together collectively. The chemistry gels, everybody just come together, man. And we would get this thing popping. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man. I can't wait. Can't wait. The optimism's there, the positivity. We got a squad we can rock with, and just know they're going to lay it all out there tonight. This season, it's going to be a season that we can't really fault them. I think they're going to take us as far as we can go.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do think they're going to take us in a pretty good place, man. I just try to look at it from and granted, you got a lot of strong teams in the NBA, man. And like I always tell everybody, the East got better, but we got better too. You know what I mean? I can't reiterate that enough, because a lot of people say, these guys got good, this team got good, Chicago got good. They say this team got good, but we got good too. You know what I mean? We got better too. So, you got to put us in there. You got to keep us amongst the top, because we got better at top as well. And I think we got the chemistry, the continuity, the commodity. And I think that the important thing for me, CT, is that these guys come into the season already know what their coach wants them to do. It ain't like they're going to come in and got a second guess, but we got to figure out how the coach wants us to play. We got to figure out which way he's going to move. Bonkers, man. Absolutely. That's who that is, man. That's CT, man. That's the brother from the streets of Button. Australia in the building, man. We down under doing it. But yeah, man, I think it bodes well, because they know what they get. They don't have to come in thinking about how the coach gonna play, what the coach wants you to do, how the system run. They know that already. You know what I mean? And then I think that bodes well for them.
Yeah, facts. Like we all know the keys, and we all know we come into the season with clarity, Divine. Like before, there were so many unknowns. What's going to happen with this, that. They're bringing back the whole bench squad, like you said, vets in the starting lineup, coach of the year, reigning coach of the year as well, front office with stability. I think they're sleeping on us. I'm about to parlay something later, because they got us at the markets down here, got us at 41 wins.
Ain't that crazy?
I'm like, that's an easy steal,
Right. If I was a gambler, man, I would have to go all in on that, brother. Because good God, I know we wouldn't know. We won 41 games last year, and I understand everybody got good, but we got good too. Be civilized said New York ain't the little crack no more, man. No doubt, crack the grad. You 100% no more. 4 years, we will have the laughing stock. New York is back to the Big Apple on Miracle on 34th Street. My man, salute, brother, for real. That's a good one. Because that's what's going to pop off. It's going to be popping on 34th Street this year. And Knicks 100, a gym. Everyone had a career year last year. Can repeat that? I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Knicks 100. We had to see. But I do think that the structure is there. I think it's there, and I think they really can. They got a good chance of doing that. We have to see whether it's an admiration or not. But I do believe in what they did. I know Tom Thibodeau as a coach over the years. I've been watching him. He develops people. He's always developed people. He had took some of the guy that you never thought was going to do something. Look what he did with Nate Robinson and all these guys when they went over there. You know what I mean? He gets the best out of his players, because he demands accountability and respectability. He's not Fizdale. He's not, no pun intended, none of them got Mike Miller. He's not Hornacek. He's not Derek Fisher. This dude is the creme de la creme of coaching in the NBA right now. If you had to pick all the coaches in the NBA, he in the top 10. Easy. You got Pop, Eric Spoelstra, you got to throw him up in there. You know what I mean? You can go on and on, Doc Rivers and all these guys, but Tom Thibodeau was there. You know what I mean? So I think that bodes well for us, man. And I think it's gonna be a good season overall, guys. So I think we're looking forward to training camp. It's gonna be special, and I'm really looking forward to see what's gonna happen down there in New York. It starts in a couple of days. CT September 30th through the 8th. And I just think the Knicks is ready to go make it happen. You know, I mean, I'm excited. I'm really super excited about that.
Yeah, straight facts. And what are you most looking forward to hearing from in media day? And
I'm
who's
really
going to
looking,
speak?
Yeah, I'm really looking. I'm forward to looking here from Tom Thibodeau. I would love to see. I want to hear what's his game plan, what's his strategy, what as day by day go on. Who was he impressed by in camp? You know what I mean? What did he see? Who was he impressed with? What players that he was really high on? He thought that was doing good. I want to really hear from Tom Thibodeau. Now, obviously, you want to hear from Julius Randle, Evan Fournier, and Kemba Walker. You know, because them guys are going to be the big part of it. And I want to hear from the rookies. How was their first training camp in the NBA? I want to hear all these guys' stories about how it went and what does it feel like being in there, and what is Tom Thibodeau telling them. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, facts, right? You know, Tom gives it straight, doesn't he? He doesn't sugarcoat nothing. And I think Julius gives a good quote as well. Julius is coming back, and D Rose, I really want to hear from him. Remember he said something in the exit conference, something like he may not be back. You know, they had big plans. So I want to see what he has to say about what was the key factor in him coming back to rock it out with this squad again. And Taj.
Yeah, me too. That's you 100% on that, man. I would love to hear that as well. See. I kind of know why he came back. I would say because the Knicks got a good team and they gave him his money. You know what I mean? Obviously, but I think he's gonna. I just think it's gonna be special with him, man. Him and Timber Walker, because they don't have to. They don't have to burn a lot of energy. I mean, as far as even though they injured, they don't have to burn a lot. It ain't like you got to pay both of them cats 30-something minutes. You know what I mean? This cat get 24 minutes, the other guys get 24 minutes, and I think if one of them hot, then they rest the others. Let's just say it's Kemba Walker having one of them games where he just getting it. Then you ain't have to worry about Derrick Rose. You know what I mean? Or let's say Derrick Rose having one of them games where he just getting it, and you don't have to worry about burning Kemba Walker neither. You know what I mean? D. Ross said he want to hear from James Dolan. Yeah, absolutely. He's the only. Yeah, I would like to hear from James Dolan, because James Dolan, since he hired Phil Jackson, he hadn't even been dealing with basketball operations like that, except for he had to fire Phil, but he's supposed to do. He's the owner. But other than that, James Dolan has stayed out of the Knicks operations of basketball anyway. You know, he just let them Scott Perry and Mills, now Leon Rowland, do what they got to do. He just say, I got the money here. Whatever you need, I got it. You just go get this team to where they need to get to. And I just think that I would love to hear from him as well. I know Dolan got issues, but one thing he never did was cheated the Knicks when it comes to spending money. He never showed the Knicks when it comes to spending money. He might didn't spend it right, but he spent it. You got to give him that much, you know what I mean? If nothing else. So but I think it's gonna be just be on point, man. I'm really excited about, but that's what I'm most interested in. I really am, and I just want to see how these young guys get it, man. I just want to if they could take that step like quickly had 11 points a game this rookie year, and if any of them cats give us 11 games added to this roster, I think that's gonna be nice, and one of them crack it.
Yeah, man. Like Dolan, I like how he just stays out the way. Just cut them checks. Talk to Leon in the backstage. Talk to World Wide West. But he learned his lesson, with Phil and Fizdale and all that. Before that, he's letting Leon Rose run the shows. Everything that we've seen, Divine, hasn't shown any idea that Dolan's have any input anymore. Like,
right,
out of all these moves, he hasn't done nothing.
Right, he just been cutting checks.
Yeah,
he just been cutting checks. I'm just gonna cut the checks, and y'all do what y'all do, and I understand it, because he loves his Knicks, man. He love him, man. He always there at the front. He always just supporting the guy. When them cats be going on the road, he there. You know what I mean? He there. So for all the bad things that the man do, let's give him credit on some of the good things too. We can't always just knock the man for all the negative things that the media put out on him. Let's look at a lot of the good things that the man do. It's two sides to every story. And much as we may hate him, but the man don't cheat. He don't cheat them. He don't cheat us, man. And that's real talk. So yeah, man. But it's gonna be on. God, I'm excited. And let me read this chat right quick. Beats like Dolan is on an island playing with guitars somewhere. Right. That's like, let them say they make the music, man. Let them get JD and the straight shots keep popping where they popping at. So let them make music and let Leon Rose and Scott Perry to make the music on the basketball team. He can make the music off the court. Yeah, he can go there and crack them, get them podcasters popping off or whatever with him and his band and his crew. So we definitely got to see how that go, man. He said all Dolan had to do is show up and pick up the Larry Braddock. There you go, Lee. He said all he got to do is show up and pick up the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's right. That's all we need him for. And the good one. That's real talk right there. Yeah, that's all we want to do. Good take, man. CT, we got to have Dolan give him his credit. Absolutely, man. He tried to make it happen for sure. But yeah, man, I'm excited. When does preseason start? Bonkers right there. You look at the ticker under the bottom, you see it up there. Training camp starts September the 30th. It is not October 30th. It's October the 8th. I just made an error there for as when it's over. So I think it's going to be like maybe 8-9 days. It might be less than that. It might be less than that because I think we started preseason on the 5th. So let me double check that. It might be less than that, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm ready to go though. I'm ready to go, and I hope you guys are ready to go. And we can see what they're gonna do, man. I'm excited, and I think it's all as well that the Knicks gonna be fine. Let's see how these cats do the season. I know you guys looking forward to it because I am, and we're gonna we up the show. I get we're gonna do a little bit of Giant talk for you guys in a few. I'll break down a disappointing loss today, man. Oh man, that was crazy. So I'm gonna get into that before I get up out of here later on, man. But he said how many games played in preseason. Let me make sure I'm right through there. How many games played in preseason? I think it's like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
5. Go back to 5. You have 5 games. That's correct. And we everything's really close. Local East Coast, Washington. They stay close to home. They say pretty much play Washington, Philly, or something like that. The Nets. 10 days training camp. That's right. So I am right on that. This 10 to the 8th, 10 days. D-Rob said. Yeah, man. So they pretty play close to home on that, and it should be fun starting in a couple of days. So I'll be on Wednesday, man. When CT will let you know when he popping in there. We get on down the streets of Button. We break that down with him, and it's ready, guys. We ready to go, man. Get them energy juices flowing. I'm stoked too, Bonkers. I'm stoked too, my brother. For real, I'm excited, man. This is gonna be an interesting year. I was excited last year, but I think I'm way more excited this year because. For one, we got to show and prove that we was better than last year, and 2, we got a better team than last year, and I'm excited about the young guy that brought in CT, so that's why I'm really amped about it this year.
Yeah, man, facts, and yeah, you can spit on some Giants.
Yeah, absolutely. My man, New York Bounty, welcome, man, and thanks for subscribing, bro. I appreciate you coming in here, man, being part of this thing, man, and the door is always open for all you guys. The chat is where it's at. Without y'all guys, ain't no Knicks real talk. Y'all already know. So, real quick, man. That's it with the Knicks tonight, man. And like I said, we're gonna look forward to what's coming up in the next couple of days. And we keep our ears open and our eyes open, our ears to the ground. And while them feet are pounding the paper, we'll see we got something to talk about. And we'll see where it goes. For us up, man. And just a recap on the Giants, guys. Giants had a tough one today. Good game though. It just them penalties is killing us. We lost 17-14. And MetLife, man, them turnovers just killing the penalties. I meant to say, not the penalties is hurt the Giants. We got to get that cleaned up. Defense played well though, 17 points. It's just that our offense couldn't overcome certain things, and I think a lot of penalties is hurting the Giants. CT. It seems like they just, penalty after penalty. You know what I mean? It's like we got to find a way to get out of that. You know what I mean? And I really think that if they could do that, they might be all right. Boost Mobile, I agree with you, man. I'm a huge Giant fan as well. And thank you, Eli Manning, my man, for everything you did for us. And Jets gonna be all right, Bonkers. They gotta let Zach Wilson just grow, man. This is just a growing pain year for the Jets. And he'll be fine pretty soon. I like his game. I think Mac Wilson gonna be fine. And I'm a huge Giant fan. One for Eli, yes indeed. Boost Mobile. That man bought us 2 rings, and we beat Tom Brady on twice. You can't ask for more than that. On CT, man, the man really bought it for us, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, facts, but yeah, heartbreaking loss. 0-3. I haven't seen any highlights yet, but yeah, I don't know if it came down to as close as the last one, but yeah, after last week, you know, couldn't get any more frustrating, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, last week we should have won that last week. Man, a drop touchdown. Daniel Jones walk in the end zone, but they get a holding penalty, 14 points we took off the board. Absolutely. Let me get Bonkers in there. Yeah, he does. New York Bonkers. He had the show called The Streets of Buzzing. That's what you see up there. And check out, go subscribe to the channel, Bonkers. He's got a good show, man. I'm telling you, the brother is a part of the family. He had a great show down there. So go subscribe to the channel, and you will enjoy the content down there. That's what I'm telling you. The streets is buzzing down there. And that's real talk right there. So you make sure you subscribe to that channel. You check them out, man. Look for that notification when we come on. We be cutting it up down there and bring you some great content, great dialogue, and everything. I think Boost Bo said too many Noel on this giant team, no hands. Right, right. Facts. But let's hope all that change, man. We got to make a change some way.
What's the future for Daniel Jones? You know, like I can't get my head around it. You know, do they give him one full season or?
Yeah, you know what? I think they're gonna have to. Cause think about it, he played well last week, man. He played well. It's like I said, the penalties, man. Every time he get a good drive, if you look at the penalties on the Giants, I wish I could bring them. And they had a lot of penalties today, man. You get first down, they wipe out the first down because you had a bad penalty. They just getting killed with them penalties, man. I mean, the defense only gave up 17 points today against Matt Ryan and Calvin Ridley and them guys. So it's kind of frustrating to see that, man. You got to run the ball. If you can't run the ball, you can't win game. Absolutely 100. And Saquon Barkley was having a pretty good game. Like, he had one play, CT, screen pass, 26 yards. Nice. Penalty.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I know Joe Judge got to get that together. He got to get them penalties under control. And I think it's going to be, if not, it's going to be a pretty tough tackle. Daniel Jones is having good drives, good plays, but they're being nullified because of penalties. I think that's the Achilles heel right now for the Giants, as far as I'm concerned. Is the Achilles heel is them turnovers, man, not the turnovers, them penalties. And I think they got to clean that up. They want to be a good team going forward. I like the way they played, though. I was happy about the defense. Didn't give up over 21 points. They just lost on the last drive on a field goal. You know what I mean? And they just couldn't handle. And we think about it. Shepard went down. Slayton went down, and they both had hamstrings, so they went down as well today. So that was two pieces of the. And my man had a crucial turnover. Brandon Ingram, dude, crucial turnover. Evan Ingram. I'm sorry. Thank you, my brother. He had a crucial turnover today. The turnovers and the penalties, man. That they got to clean that up. So, hopefully the Giants can clean that up, man. Still early in the season. They just got to clean it up. They go down to New Orleans next week, man. And Jameis Winston, they balling right now, him and Kamara and them guys. So it's going to be a tough game to play. But hopefully they have a good week of practice, man. And they get it together. You know what I mean? Real talk, man. And I think they're going to do that, man. But my brother, man, give me your last words, man, your last thoughts before I get out of here. And let them know what's popping when you're popping in so we can get on a pop with you.
Yeah, man. Might be going on later on a Wednesday night. We'll see. Yeah, I want to wait till all the media day, all the quotes, all some news builds up. We'll be on. We'll be back spitting it like we do. Appreciate the chat. The chat's where it's at. Divine, great show tonight. Spitting your knowledge, and I love chopping it up with you as always. Where this man's on the come up. Doing big things. Like and subscribe. You won't get this kind of Nick content anywhere. And I appreciate you. And yeah, man, holler at your boy BX as well. I love to get down with him, and we'll do a big show.
Facts. Yeah, my man, New York Bonkers, subscribe to your channel just now. New York Bonkers, good looking out, my man. I think you're gonna enjoy what you're getting out of there, man. That's family right here, and we here for you guys, man. And let me just say, to everybody tonight, salute to the chat. New York Bonkers, thank you for coming in. Thank you for subscribing. LLE, my brother, you already know, the wise mind right there. Boost Mobile, salute. Nick 100, salute to you, my man. Thanks for chiming in. And everybody, be civilized, my brother, you already know. And it's all good. Boost Mobile. Y'all keep it D-Ross, my brother, and everybody, man. Will, everybody, man. Product Nerd, all you guys, for the love of the game. Thank you for coming in here tonight in the chat. And we just gonna keep this thing rocking, man. Y'all know we here, man. Knicks Real Talk. We all over the place, man. We trying to get the family sight. Jerry Walker, salute to you. I just want to make sure I don't forget nobody. If I forget you, you know it wasn't done on purpose. Shaw Powers, my brother, salute to you. I know I'll be seeing you at the opening game. Like I said, Boost Mobile, everybody, man. Y'all have a good week, man. Y'all be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend, man, and just take care of yourself. Y'all know the deal, man. Protect yourself. COVID-19, the variant still is running rapid a little bit. So just be safe, man. Do what you got to do and have a great week. And like I said, I'll be on Wednesday, but we're going to be on Wednesday, whether we might just get a simulcast. Me and CT, me and him will talk about that on the back route later on. You know, we both be on Wednesday. We might just do a simulcast together. That way, you know, both of our channels are getting it popping. And we're going to cover this thing, man, because we're going to get it. So CT is in the what platform? He's the Streets of Buzzing. Get it, man. He in that platform, man. The Streets of Buzzing. Y'all check him out. And we get a popping. So to everybody that was tuning in, man, everybody who was watching tonight, thank you guys so much for supporting the show, spending time with us, man, watching us get down. And we looking forward to training camp Tuesday, man. We'll be on Wednesday. Until the next time, Knicks Real Talk. We talking Knicks, man. Salute to everybody. Have a good night. And that's one. Salute. Yo, salute. Knicks Real Talk, man. Divine. About to get out my grind, hop in the Black Knight. About to make it happen, man. Knicks Real Talk. We all over the place. About to get it popping. Divine, Bronx, 7-6. The night show, the morning show. Knicks Real Talk, man, about to get in the Black Knight.
Knicks Real Talk, let's get it poppin'. We hoppin' like toppin' in the Jumpman brand, ain't no stoppin'. Divine and Bronx out our 7-6, we lit from Facebook, Twitter to Twitch, and all that shit. We number uno with the promo that blow like nitro. Now the streets are buzzing, so we flow with the night show, so spike them likes below. That thumbs up, run them up, and you double up, cause it's Knicks Real Talk, and we on the come up. We'll salute to the cats in the chat, that's where it's at. Now you place the chats, when I pace that under space where our face is at. We lace these cats with news, notes, stats. Game recap, no hyperbole, we straight facts. In fact, we say it lit like a candle throughout the handle on the banner. We violent, so subscribe to the channel. Knicks Real Talk. Knicks Real Talk.